Coming up on this episode, all these found footage horror movies have made us want to blur the line between fact and bullshit. So today we're going to talk about 5 surefire ways to make people believe that your made-up story is true. We talk about the movies that do it best, and we'll even whip up a movie of our own based on true events. All of this on today's We Come From the Future. This episode of We Come From the Future is sponsored by Netflix. Hello, and welcome to We Come From the Future, the show where we toast the future over a campfire to melt it, only to have it catch on fire and fall on our shoes. I'm Annalee Newitz.
And I'm Esther Inglis-Arkell. A key feature of horror movies, especially recent ones, is the insistence that they're based on a true story. And we like true ghost stories, and we hate when they're faked badly. So we're going to give you 5 tips on how to actually fake a true horror story. The first is the simplest. Just say, based on a true story. You know, that whole Fargo, this is a true story, the events in the film took place in Minnesota in 1987 or whatever. Completely made up or almost made up. Like, I think some guy put his wife in a wood chipper and that's it.
That's all you need, one wife and a wood chipper.
Yeah, but
Based
people
on
were
true
guessing.
events.
We're like, that must have really happened. Where did it happen? And all they had to do was just say it. That's
Exactly,
it.
just say it. Now the second trick is to pick a slightly similar real life story and just go nuts adding on the details. For example, The Exorcist was based very loosely on a 1940s account of the exorcism of a boy. There was nothing in the original story about that whole crucifix vag stabbing thing, but because people might have heard about the original story, they got hooked on the idea that the story actually happened.
The third trick is to make details bizarre. Like, not outlandish or sensational, but just strange and awkward. Like the Amityville horror. There was a pig named Jody with red eyes that lurked outside windows and left tracks in the snow. And just a room in the basement and flies. And
Right, totally random.
yes, it was weird enough that people were like, they didn't make that up. Why would you make up a pig with red eyes?
Or like the fact that one of their toilets couldn't be cleaned. It was like a dirty toilet. That's like the detail I remember most from the novel is like, we couldn't clean the toilet, it must be ghosts. And as a corollary to that, you also want to offer hints of a possible rational explanation for everything that's going on just to make it seem realer. Like in Blair Witch, you could plausibly claim that, you know, they're just being pranked in the woods and like they kind of died of exposure. Or one of my favorite found footage movies, The Last Exorcism, where a girl is possessed, but it could just be psychosis until, well, I won't spoil it. But yeah, that's a great, that actually is a great one. But if, on the other hand, you build up some huge miraculous event, people will just assume you're lying. So you have to give that little hint of improbability.
I saw a light, I think it was a ghost, possible. I saw a light, it was a ghost, it came over and talked to me for 15 minutes, not
Played
possible.
on the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our fourth tip is to pick something that already has a core community of believers. Now, they'll do the work for you. Now, crop circles, for example, if you recall, have this thriving community of believers behind them, even though people have come forward and said it's just all a myth.
I made those crop circles.
Yes, I made them for fun to do exactly what I did. And stage magicians get questions about whether they're really magic, even though they admit that they just do tricks. So I think the Loch Ness Monster is crying out for a film. There are some people who really believe in that, and they will support your movie no matter what.
They'll help it be a true story.
They'll help it be real.
Okay, so here is our final and 5th tip. We all know that the most important thing you need to fake a true horror story is good viral footage. Case in point, the movie The Fourth Kind, which is that cheesy alien abduction movie, when I reviewed it for IO9, I pointed out that it had fake viral footage in it. It had fake footage of alien abductions and encounters. I even talked to somebody who worked on the film who described how they created this viral footage. People believed in it so much that I still to this day get hate mail from people claiming that I'm lying about it being fake. That's how passionate people are about this fake viral footage. And that is why we're going to try to make some fake UFO footage right now.
What's that?
Get the flashlight.
Get the
Why
flashlight.
are all the lights off?
Ah!
Roger, what's happening?
No!
Oh, no!
Ah!
It's a spectral force! Ah! Still looking for that perfect horror flick or monster movie to relax to this evening? Well, skip the rental stores and try Netflix instead. With more than 26 million members, Netflix is the world's leading internet subscription service for enjoying movies and TV programs. Once you're a member, you can instantly watch thousands of TV shows and movies streamed straight to your TV via an Xbox 360, PS3, Wii, or any Netflix-enabled set-top box or HD TV. And if you're on the go, you can watch via Apple devices, the Kindle, and the Nook. Plus, you can instantly watch as many movies as you want anytime you want for one low monthly price. There are no late fees or due dates. As a new member and a We Come From The Future fan, you can get a free 30-day trial membership. Go to netflix.com/future and sign up. Be sure to use this URL so that they know we sent you. Oh my God, Esther was totally freaking abducted, and you're never gonna know what happened to her unless you subscribe to the show. Find us on iTunes by searching for IO9. Subscribe to us on the Revision 3 site at revision3.com/wecomefromthefuture, or just click right here to find us on YouTube and subscribe. And until the aliens let Esther come back, you'll have to just see us next week in the future.